there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com with match number, what are we on, 4? This is one of those hands that I don't hate too much. It is slow, but we have a Ranger, we have plenty of lands, we have a Flagstones, we have a Windbrisk Heights. I think it's keepable. I don't know what I'm up against, I don't know if I need to be aggressive. If I mulligan, I'd definitely keep a 4-land hand with Soul Warden and Ranger. So I'm going to keep it. If we go first turn Thoughtseize, we're done. No first turn Thoughtseize, but it is a God of the Shrine, so we can't draw land here, and we draw land. So now it's a bad hand. Good news is we can cast a Archangel of Thune, but we don't have it in our... We could have cast it with our opening hand. We just need to get the Ranger out and then rely on these Windbrisk Heights to find what we need. So no first turn Thoughtseize. If he had it, he would have used it. Well, this is going to be miserable. So it's going to be Soul Sisters versus Soul Sisters. But it's a black version. Might be splashing Ilea or whatever her name is. The one out of Zendikar. There's Honor of the Pure. I think we will just chuck out the Honor of the Pure. It is one of the clutch cards in this matchup. And get in there for some damage. It is so pointless versus Soul Sisters. This actually, you know what? This could actually be what they call Deadeye Ale, which is another black-white attrition-based. You try Tidal or Sculler. Yeah, this is either Martyr Proc Splash Black or a Soul Sisters list. So the Path of Exile is going to be really good versus Martyrs, which so far we haven't seen come out. Ajani's Pridemate's going to be very powerful. It's one of the cards you absolutely want. So Windbrisk Heights here. And Serra Ascendant's fine. We get two lands and a Secure. Secure would have been really good in this. But the Ajani's Pridemate comes out. He's a 4/4. Which will require a Path to Exile, which means another one of our Ascendants will be safe from the Path to Exile. This deck does run Wrath of Gods. So we're going to attack into the Soul Warden. He's going to block and sack the Martyr. Really? Okay. And next turn we have a Ranger, which then can go get us. He might actually tech edge off of Windbrisk Heights. Not too concerned. So he's going to use the Martyr this turn for the Ajani's Pridemate. I mean, we could Ghost Quarter off his tech edge. Yeah, it's not a big of a deal. We'll swing in. So here comes the reveal. We'll get to see what's in his hand. We know it's 2 Squadron Hawks and hopefully not an Ascendant, but we'll have our own Ascendants. So he's got Squadron Hawk, Wrath, Squadron Hawk, Orzhov Charm, which the Orzhov Charm is decent to get back. So far he's missing his key cards. He's got the Wrath of Gods. So I don't want to overextend too much. And he's out of range for the Martyr now. And we'll still Flagstones here. I guess we'll put out a Ghost Quarter. And we'll Ranger. We'll get a Soul Warden and a Serra's Ascendant. Should have done that first. Well, he sacked his Martyr, so it didn't matter. Okay, so we will pass the turn. We do need some help. We are very land flooded. Because he'll probably use a Wrath of God here now. And he still has another one in his deck. So there's Secure the Waste. That just got beautiful. Will is Plains. Or do we want to Windbrisk Heights and just Soul Warden and Serra Ascendant and try to force out another one? I think that's a good play. Might kill his Tectonic Edge too, because I think that's going to be very pivotal to the strategy. Should have done this other way around. Whoops. My bad. Hopefully that doesn't come to bite me. And we're going to kill off the Tech Edge. So I need to start playing faster too, because it's a very, 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 very grindy matchup. And I could see him blowing another tech or another Wrath of God here. Mistveil Plains is so annoying with Squadron Hawk. Now I'm wishing I would have used the Ghost Quarter for the Mistveil Plains. This is definitely a card you can put in Soul Sisters for the Squadron Hawks coming back and back and back and back. Flagstones is fine here. We'll definitely swing in. No sort of rest in peace. We cut it from the sideboard. It would have been great in this edition. We'll put out a Martyr. This way it like puts our Windbrisk Heights. Five mana. What can he do for 5? Oh, he's gonna. Can he proc here? Look at the top 5 cards live for each card. Put that card in your grave unless you pay 2 life, then the rest in your hand. Pretty decent card. That's awesome, actually. Can draw on 5 cards and lose 10 life. We have to secure the waste end a turn, though, that can work to our advantage. I think we do need to bring in Return of the Ranks. I'm not sure, like, Path to Exile is probably a card that he's using. But it's good versus Wrath of Gods. And he'll most likely have to discard some cards here. I'm sure a Martyr is going to come down, and he's going to gain a ton of life. And now we have a revealed hand of Squadron Hawk, another Wrath, Oars of Charm, Squadron Hawk, Serra Ascendant, which is above life. Another Serra Ascendant. Ugh. We can get our Serra Ascendant out, but the problem with this Mistveil Plains is you can just keep getting it on the bottom. So, I do believe we secure here at the end, just to get our life total above. And now he'll have to double block with Serra's Ascendant, if he wants to kill off a Serra's Ascendant. That's a beautiful card to draw into as well, because it can fill back up our hand. So we're going to attack in with a Warrior Token, Martyr of Sands, and Serra's Ascendant. Probably all the Warrior Tokens. I mean, he can gain a lot of life here if he just blocks those, so maybe not. I think this is the right line of play. Does he have a path? Yeah, we knew he had a path. Oh, well. We'll go ahead and play the Soul Attendant. And the Serra Ascendant. And he'll get to gain a ton of life. In fact, if he's smart, he'll block both on the warrior. Really? Just lets it go through. Okay. We have the mana open, so I believe we'll Squadron Hawk here. And then pass the turn. Now he could Wrath of God again and just be very far ahead. This means he's got another path, I believe. Why did he let that happen? I think he's in a Wrath of God. Yep. So there's his other Wrath of God gone. 37 to... And then he's got the other Serra's Ascendant. Alright, so there's two Serra's Ascendant. We need to find the other path for it. And he's going to Orzhov Charm another Serra's Ascendant back in. Yeah, that's right. Because it's converted mana cost 1 or less. So now I need to find another path. Ranger's nice. This gives us 2 Serra's Ascendants. And we'll pass the turn. So it's still back to like a top deck mode. We know he just has Squadron Hawks in his hand. That's it. I do believe we attack into all the Ascendants. Return of the Ranks is going to be a godsend in the next. I don't even think I attack in. Oh, there's a Path Deck. So that was the most beautiful card ever because we will attack him with both Ascendants. And if he double blocks, we'll Path one. We've had some extremely lucky draws here. $51 to $51. Should just be... Oh, he's got... And he has a Maria active, so we need to keep those Ghost Quarters not killing Tectonic Edges. Because he can just bring back, what, a Serra's Ascendant here? Just need another Ghost Quarter. Good news is this is the life total, not this and this. And we're up by 18-2. So now we don't attack in. Unless we get another... Oh, we are top decking like a champ here. Unfortunately, he's going to get a bunch of Ascendants out. And he can actually just keep the Squadron Hawks going on the bottom of the library is really overpowered with Mistveil. Another Martyr from Proclamation of Rebirth. Return up to 3 target cards with converted mana cost 1 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. He only had those in the battlefield, though. Attacking for 6. I don't know if I agree with that unless he's got... he can put 2 Squadron Hawks out. Oh, but he doesn't. Okay. So Spectral Processions, again, I don't think we do anything here. I'm just going to run his time clock out. That's the right play. We're up by 2 minutes. And does he not have another Serra Ascendant yet in his graveyard? I don't think he does. He can Proclamation of Rebirth for what? He has... Oh, he's going to kill his Martyr then proc. All of this takes a ton of time. Two and a half minutes now. It's a Lingering Souls. Now I'll put out a Spectral Procession. Or possibly not even that. Because he just needs to put a Wrath of God on the bottom again. Yeah, we'll play it. And these triggers are going to be miserable for our opponent. Like, eventually what we need to find is well, we only have 2 paths is the problem. So we don't have enough to kill off all the Serra's Ascendants. But so far it's been taking about 45 seconds per turn. Sure, we'll put an Auriok Champion. Just gets miserable with more triggers. And really, he's just going to concede. I think that's the wrong move, because now he has to win 2. Yeah, I don't like that. We're going to bring in Return of the Ranks. We're not going to bring in Arch Champions. Arch Champions are quite weak. Archangel of Thune's fine, and the Path to Exiles are very good. We just need to destroy the key lands, I think. Martyr of Sands is completely pointless here. He'll be gaining us enough life. And same thing with the Arch Champions is not going to... I think that, like, Squadron Hawks... Maybe Squadron Hawks are the weak link, and we can bring in the Arch Champions. I could see Squadron Hawks actually getting big enough, though, through Archangel of Thune. We don't go Celestial Flare. It's again, pointless. I wish we had some sort of graveyard hate. But as is, no, we don't have a way to effectively deal with the recursion except for Ghost Quarters, which I know that I'll play more correctly this time. So Squadron Hawks are Auriok Champions. I'm going to say that Squadron Hawks are a little bit better in this particular matchup, especially bringing in Return of the Ranks. So the 4-path Exiles you just need to hit is Serra Ascendant. This is a very good hand. You have a Ghost Quarter. Not quite sure why our opponent scooped that match. I think he had to try to win that match. Maybe that is the right play, but it puts me up. And now we have a pretty broken Soul Attendant into Ajani's Pridemate draw, which can put him underneath that life total. I mean, he's running a ton of Martyrs. But we'll continue to play as quickly as possible, hopefully. MTG will let us do that and get these triggers yielded. And get these triggers yielded. And go ahead and swing in with the Soul Attendant. No path on the Ajani's Pridemate. The thing is, we have actually more relevant cards to path than him. And at the Return of the Ranks, it makes us pretty good to get stuff back. The problem is, with the 3-land hand here, that's going to get a little bit iffy. I think that we just put out a Serra Ascendant. Well, now we can do both. So that works out beautifully. So we'll Honor the Pure. And Serra's Ascendant. And this should force out a Path Exile. I mean, he probably has a Wrath of God he's leaving his hand, but this 7 damage here is pretty key. It forces out a Wrath of God this turn. Which now we can run a Spectral Processions out. Oh, it's just a Ranger. Okay. Ranger can block the Ajani's Pridemate. He'll go get 2 Martyrs, I'm assuming. Serra Ascendant Martyr. That's actually not the greatest combo because he's going to be down in life here. He could block either one of these. He just lets it all go through. Goes down to a 1. I guess I should have played a card. I'm going to play around a Wrath and then secure the waste to win. We're up by 3 minutes, too. Our opponent doesn't have the luxury of... Alright, so he does have the Martyr. And he can only gain 15 life, though. So it's not... And a Lingering Soul's here? That's less life, though. And more life for us. And guess I'm going to secure. And he'll scoop. I think he's okay still. He blocks the Pridemate, he double blocks the Serra's Ascendant, he blocks the Ranger on the Serra's Ascendant, or the Soul Attendant, kills off the Serra's Ascendant, kills off the Soul's Attendant, absorbs the 10 damage, gains 12 life, then takes 4, and then, yeah, I'm going to grind him out. Alright, so we win one of our hard matchups. We will go on to the next match. We're doing very well. Look at our stats. 4-0. I mean, this is already successful. With the Soul Sisters post twin ban. This is Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.